Good morning, everybody. I hope that you are having a great weekend. It's raining here in Philly, so it, it's another beachless weekend. Um, we saw a great movie yesterday, The Black Cake Klansman, which was so great. I recommend it to everybody. Spike Lee outdid himself this time. But anyway, back to other things. I am going to do a review right now on comparing two bobbed wigs and two wigs of very, very, very similar colors and which one I really love the best. Before I get into that, I just want to also touch base on a simple little thing. I don't use filters in my videos. What you see is what you get. It's not the greatest quality. My face doesn't look completely smooth. You can see my lines when I bend down. You can see like my jowls and stuff. But I want that because I want you and I want everybody to see what 63 looks like on the woman who doesn't get fillers and who doesn't use filters. It's really important to me to be totally honest and upfront, and what you see is what you get because this is aging. This is what aging does. And yeah, you don't look the same that you did in your 20s or 30s, but you can still look decent. And that's what I try to convey. So, anyway, let's get on with this review, or rather, this comparison. This is Kai by Rene of Paris. And I interviewed her last week. Now, Kai does get a lot of love, and I like her. And as a bob wig, I think that bobbed wigs are probably the most universally flattering style wigs, whether they're bobbed wigs that are short, bobbed wigs that are long, bobbed wigs that are a little bit below chin length. Um, if they're wavy, if they're straight. I'm just a huge fan of the style. I think that for wearing any sort of clothing, they're great. The ends of the wig are not going to get all tangled up in sweaters or in textured fabrics. And I think each face shape has what can be the most flattering bob. Now, my face shape is very square, extremely square. It's like wide and long at the same width. And I don't have one of those beautifully pointy chins. I don't have a rounded chin, but it's pretty square and angular. And yes, I have jowls, but you know what? What are you going to do? Just deal with it. So, anyway, that's why I kind of like a longer bobbed wig to kind of soften my face. But I'm going to tell you right now, as much as I love this color, Mocha Brown, and I absolutely love this Stacey London streak in the front, Kai, for me, falls short of being a favorite wig. Don't get me wrong. I like Kai. I wear her, but she's just short of me loving her. And that's okay because every wig wearer has a favorite wig. Every wig wearer has a favorite wig style. And even though a bob is my style, Kai just isn't that 100% bob for me. Now, I'll show you her from each side. just again, so you get to see where I'm going with this comparison. Okay, here she is from my right side, and she's not bad at all. Here she is from my left side, and I'll show you her from the back, but I'll be quiet because it's hard to hear. Here she is from the back. Okay, she's really, she's, uh, uh, she's really a very pretty bob, but she's just not that 100% for me. Okay, so now I am going to place her back, and I will be doing a comparison of wig caps. I'm going to take her off. By the way, do you like this wig cap? I'm telling you, I love the size of this. I actually received this from wigoutlet.com when I ordered a wig, and I'm in love with this wig cap because it's a large size. And for me, I need a larger size because, I got a big head, and there's a lot of empty space in here. So now I'm going to take out what is my absolute, not just my absolute favorite bob, but my absolute wig of all time. And I will be doing a more intense review of the many colors of this wig that I have. This wig is Jameson by Estetica. Hold on while I put her on, and I'm doing it on camera because I suck at editing. So anyway, here she is, and the color is very similar. Hold on. The color is very similar to the Mocha Brown. Now, this shade, let me adjust. Let me pull this down a little. Okay, Kathy, it's so hard to do this on camera. Okay, now, this shade is R612H. It is a rooted brown with golden highlights. Now, I'm going to show you. Now, on the camera, this Mocha Brown looks slightly darker, but in real life, both of them are extremely similar. Now, Jameson, just, I this is the hair that I just always wanted. And Jameson is my favorite bob. It is my favorite wig of all time. Why I love this bob is because it is truly a classic, timeless bob. It's not a trendy bob. It doesn't have the shorter back and the graduated length in front. It isn't a beachy wavy bob either. The length is perfect for me because it can hide a multitude of chinsons. Okay, I'm going to show you her from each side. Okay, now here she is from my right side. Now, as you can see, she's pretty much even all the way around. And she looks so natural. Okay, here she is from my left side. See, this like length is just great. And here she is from the back. Okay, now I wore this newest Jameson in this darker shade because I do have her in lighter shades. I wore her to work Friday. I received so many compliments, and I'm very fortunate to be working in an office environment where the women all support my love of wigs because quite a few of us in the office do wear wigs. So this shade of Jameson was a huge, huge hit. And I can honestly say this is a great color to transition from summer into fall. She'll be great during the winter because let's face it, as we do age, and I know for me, I don't want to wear black hair anymore. And I'm talking about black, black. It's just not soft enough anymore. Granted, when I was younger, my hair was what they call pitch black. It was black as coal. And I even had people remarking that it looked blue black. But as I aged and as I started dyeing my hair back to black, the color just looked harsh. So I think as we age, a lighter color is definitely more flattering. Now, the other thing that I love about Jameson is that there's a certain fullness. It's not little, like close to my big head. And the fibers actually do fall nicely and away from the head, giving it a more fuller look. I just cannot say enough about Jameson in every single color. She's fabulous. So, what's your opinion? I love this classic bob because trends in all hairstyles come and go. And we all know that. One year, the look can be a short, angled bob. The next year, it can be a stacked bob. But for some reason, the classic bob never, never, never goes out of style. She looks great with edgy clothes. She looks great with your basic ladylike clothes. She looks great with casual clothes. And even for special occasions, you cannot go wrong with a simple classic bob. Now, I'm going to take her off, okay? Because I'm going to try to compare the colors again next to each other, but the lighting here, okay, like here we go. These are the two wigs together. And this is really a good comparison by putting them together. There are more highlights in the Jameson than in the Kai, but essentially they are both the same base color. Now let's take a look at the cap construction because I can tell you right now, hold on, I can't find, oh my goodness gracious, I can't find Kai to turn her inside out. Okay, now here we go. Here they are. Here is Kai, and here's Jameson, and here's Kai. You can see they're both very, very, very similar. I would say that Jameson has a more comfortable fitting cap for somebody with a very large head like me. But for all intents and purposes, there's not much difference in the cap construction. But yet, Jameson still remains my favorite wig, and the wig that I like the better of the two. So, what I say is when you're looking for a wig, look for what you personally prefer to, rather than the way maybe when you're researching wigs online and you happen to see two that look very similar. Try to think of all the aspects of the wig that would make one of them a better fit for you than the other. Hold on, I'm going to put Jameson on again. Now, I happen now I just threw this on, so don't pay any attention to if it's not perfect. But I happen to like the parting space in Jameson because it's a little wider, and that makes it more realistic looking for me. For me, I've always had like a wider part, especially after like I started entering my 30s and my 40s. But I think what you need to do is consider your face shape. Consider the fact, are you getting jowls? Something that will kind of cover everything that you can wear closer to the face will actually be more flattering. Consider what kind of clothes you wear. If you wear a lot of textured, nubby fabrics in the winter, you might want to go with a shorter bob, especially one that's shorter in the back, such as emery, or maybe a curly wig like a Boar's Sweet Talk. But there's so many things that you need to take into consideration. Take into consideration your forehead. Do you have a wide forehead or a low forehead? I happen to have a low forehead. And Patty from Patty's Wigs always says to go 4 or 5 fingers. I usually go 3 to 4 fingers simply because my natural hairline is almost Neanderthal. So I always have to wear my wigs a little bit lower on my head. So remember, there's always so much that you're going to take into consideration. Um, I love the cut and the style of Jameson so much that to me, no other bob will compare. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to wear the other bobs because trust me, most of my wigs are bobs and I love every single one of them. But Jameson just holds a special place for me. Um, so that's about it. I never did a color comparison before, and I think it was kind of fun because the colors are so similar, but yet there's just the ever so slightest difference. Kai is definitely darker, but she's got that chunky highlight in the front, which I think is flattering. Um, this color by Estetica, R612H, I think is universally flattering for any woman who is starting to wear wigs and who may have a darker color natural hair. This is the perfect color to go lighter with. I just think also that if you are new to wigs, or even if you're not new to wigs and you don't want to go blonde, but you don't want to go real super dark either, this is a great color. Any lighter brown with highlights would be a great color. So that is about it. I'm so glad that my camera is working today. So if you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. If you think it was a waste of your time, well, if you think it was a waste of your time, then I don't think you would spend 18 minutes watching it. So if you liked it, thumbs up. I guess if you didn't, thumbs down. And ladies, if you're older, please subscribe because we need older YouTubers with videos to show the normal woman over 60 what it's like and what real life looks like. So that's about it. See you later. I'm going to be back with another review. Actually, I'm going to be back with a couple of reviews. Okay. So take care. Bye bye.